Okay, hello everybody. Ollie, you know when Luke's late, he's taking the trade. I wasn't actually on this occasion. There was somebody at our door. There's some weird goings on our road this evening. Some weird people knocking on everyone's door. But yeah. So, um, yeah, had to go check that out. Anyway, how is everybody doing? Who have we got in the chat? SD, Crypto Bull, Sid, Fan, oh, Short Till Hell, nice. Mate to the Moon, Coco and Lambos, nice. Coca and Lambos, not Coco. Why would you want chocolate? Um, yeah. Keshab, P. Apologies everyone for P in the chat. P's views in the comments are not representative of Taurus Crypto as a whole. He just likes to wind people up in the chat. But P is here, of course, as always. Good old P. Christopher, Greg, just watching Exo Chat Players videos and then you saw you went live. Nice. Welcome, welcome. Tommy, Oth, Ahmed, and Mark. Cool. Welcome, everyone. Please do smash up the likes as always. Oh, Art as well is here. Yeah, so let's start getting into the price action. So, I wanted to do just a quick update. I know I've been live like every day this week. I'm going to try and do a bit more of that. So, it will be every day. So, I'll be live again tomorrow. I'm going to be live on another YouTuber's channel tomorrow. Just have a general chat about Bitcoin and stuff. We'll announce that in due course. And then, of course, on Friday, I should be fine to do the Friday night stream as well. So, yeah, trying to get some consistency in with the streaming, doing a bit more of it again. It's always good fun. Whoopsie. To do these live streams, and yeah, just to go over some of the price action from the day and what we can expect going into the future. So yeah, welcome everyone again, and yeah, we'll get into it. So yesterday's live stream, okay, we were down here and we were looking for these lows to get taken. It didn't happen, so now we're up here. Okay, so we didn't take the lows, and I was saying yesterday, so we'll go back and we'll just cover everything that's happened since the last time I spoke to you lovely people on YouTube. So yeah, we were looking for this to take the lows. We were looking for it to happen around the Asia session. It didn't happen. We got that reversal just before the daily close, and then we actually started moving up during Asia and held quite nicely around there. We did then this morning start to roll over. So I was saying yesterday that I wasn't really sure what my plan would be if we didn't come down and take the lows. I wasn't planning for this scenario. Previously, of course, when we were up at, where was it? It was all the way back at 43, wasn't it? We were looking at 43k here. And it was a very similar scenario, okay, bleeding down and expecting it to take the lows. But on that occasion, we were like, I was very confident it wasn't going to take the lows. But on this occasion, yesterday, I was very confident it was going to take the lows. And it's just a change in order flow and what I was seeing on the charts. However, we didn't take the lows. I should have just gone with what's been working recently, with it always just coming down, front running, and then getting the pump. But that's not what happened. So we did have that, and then, as I mentioned yesterday, I didn't have a plan in place at the time for that. Now, what we did do at that point, and this is why there's always another trade, so it really, you never ever need to, like, this is the thing, so many people get caught up trying to trade every move, and you don't have to, because immediately after that, okay, we missed that trade. It really doesn't matter though, because what did price do at this point? Where did you come into? Okay, if we do go onto here, there is your golden pocket, and if we do draw a fixed range from the range, then, I mean, this has moved somewhat. I think I was drawing this from back into the point where we actually came into below the daily level. But yeah, we have this point of control up here as well. So what did price do? It bounced front around the lows, straight into your point of control, straight into your golden pocket, and the daily open was also within that region. So that was a nice opportunity to get short, and I was short again from that point. However, so that's it. You miss one trade, you're able to get straight back into another one, and it's happy days, right? And then what happens? You come back into a golden pocket and blah, blah, blah. But obviously this was over in the Asia session, so I did not take that long. Now, we spent all morning afterwards just kind of floating along, and then it started to pull back. And at the time when we started to pull back, my main idea was, once again, okay, I think this can come down and actually get these lows during the New York session, but we had to be very aware of what New York was doing at this moment as well, and we will go over on to that chart in a moment just to give you some context. But as price was coming into here, I hope everyone's following. If this isn't making sense, I know I'm just kind of giving yet again another one of these monologues. But I hope everyone is following. As price came down here, what we started to see, and this is just before we started the New York trading room. So this is what we do. We did our New York session today. This is like what we were live for an hour and a half, almost 2 hours, trading the New York session together as a group. We started to notice that price was getting this absorption down at the lows. So we did have some quite big bullish CVD I can't talk tonight. We did get some quite big bullish CVD divergence from these lows here to these lows here, and it was really quite clear. So we were chopping around for a bit, and I was saying to everyone in the crew, like, generally speaking, once you start to chop and you're no longer getting your continuation on the move, what has happened like every time we've had a move up? It's been fast. Every time price has been moving recently, it moves fast, and then it stalls, and then it reverses. So we weren't seeing a fast move down. And this was very different to what we had seen previously. Okay, really, really kind of quick. You're going down like a few percent within the space of a couple of hours or something. On this occasion, it wasn't. It was just chopping around down at these lows. It was absorbing price, and we were at support. So we were at this local golden pocket region, and we were looking at basically just this trend line coming down. And again, we were doing this all live. I wasn't convinced by the trade at first. But the more we started to look at it, and this was when we were down here, and we were like, actually, this is looking really good. This looks like we could at least get back up towards the daily open. It seems like you're really absorbing here. It's not getting continuation down. You've taken these lows out a couple of times, but there's no follow through here. So therefore, it totally makes sense to take a long with a relatively easy invalidation if you just start trading through that golden pocket. That's why they're really useful levels. So we took the long position live on the trading room. Again, if there is anyone else in the chat that did take that trade, then please do give it a shout out. If anyone from the crew here, it'd be useful for you guys. I mean, it's always nice. Say in the chat if you did take that trade with us during the trading room. So we took it. I got an entry. It wasn't the best in the world. I think it was 39,700 and something. So it was around here that I got into it, because I was a little bit late because I was explaining stuff, and I was like, you know what, this is actually going to break, and it did. So we were able to ride this all the way up, and we watched and we watched and we watched. We came up to here, take profit at the daily open. Didn't want to short at that point. Order flow looked good. Kept on going, kept on going, kept on going. We took out the highs, and then eventually we came into the NPOC. And at this point, that is where I took a short position, and that was at 40,921, I believe. So 40,921. I did put this on a tweet. I can show the tweet in just a minute. But we did get that short right up at the highs, which gave us a really, really nice scalp. Now, after that, we finished the trading room because we'd had both trades done, completed. This being a nice scalp trade with the potential for it to turn into a swing. And this one just going beyond anything you could really have wanted to. So we had like a good oh, a good 3%-ish move up. And then from the scalp short, we got ourselves more than 1%. I was taking profit around here when we came into basically before the markup, and we came back into the value area high of the day. So we did come back into the current day value area high and into these order blocks around here. At that point, we closed the stream and just got on with our days. But then, of course, we have got some continuation here. So that's just a little bit of a recap for the day. So again, if there's anyone who is wondering what we do in the trading rooms and everything, then this is a little example. I could show, I do have a little bit. So basically, I'll go on to here and then we'll go through some of the current price action. I just want to do this because it's just a little bit of a recap. And it's quite nice, isn't it, to do this on public, on a public stream. So if we go over here, this was basically the thing. So yeah, we had an hour and a half of the trading room. I won't play any of it, but yeah, this was the idea. This is what we were looking at the time. I can play maybe a little bit of it. I don't know. Here's where we were looking to enter. There's no sound. I haven't got the sound on here. Yeah. Oh yeah, I have got the sound. There it is. It's not coming through here though. I'll try and find the bit where we're looking at CVD divergence. But you get the idea. Okay, so this is what we're doing in the trading rooms. We're looking at order flow, we're looking at plans and all of that kind of thing. Yeah, so that was that. That was a really, really fun trading room. So I just did want to go on to there. So anyway, now that we've got that out of the way, what's happened since then? So again, I just kind of walked away and got on with my day at that point. I am still, I have scaled into a short within this region after taking profit. So this short here has been compounded on by now, and I do have a slightly higher entry. I'm willing just to hold that at the moment, with it kind of being equally weighted against the long position that, again, I'm still holding a little bit of this. I closed out of basically all of it when we came into this daily MPOC, and at this stage it's just kind of equal, kind of flat on the market, but you can see the levels still being respected. Okay, we did break through eventually through this daily level, which we were looking at as key resistance. What has price just done? Like literally just now, we have back tested that. So although I don't think we're gonna get major continuation from this, I still think this has the potential to go a little bit higher before we do see a pullback. Like this was the region in which lots of shorts could have been taken, and there could be trap shorts within here, which is why we are getting that bounce, as those short positions that had not taken profit earlier are just trying to get out at break even now. So I think we're in that kind of situation. This backtest of the daily level being quite a nice long, and what I would be looking for now is basically just coming back into here really. So yeah, and you're now looking for a change of market structure. So if it can come back into here, maybe you do get some short opportunities. You could get that change of market structure, and then you can look to take shorts back down again for this to be an overall distribution. So that is basically what I'm looking at now, although I am still open to some more upside before we do see a retrace. So yeah, that is today's stuff. It'll be interesting to see what happens if we do come up into here actually. So we're getting a move. So let's see if we can get just take out these highs. I'll put an alert on here, see if we can take out these highs, and we could just take a little look at the order flow as price comes into it, and see if there is potentially reason to be looking at this as a distribution and then back down. I do think overall these lows are going to get taken at some point, so this is not a reason to be I'm not bullish right now on the chart. I don't think this is a legit breakout. However, I'm open to that if it is, because this has come down into your point of control. It's come down low enough. It it would be a very nice region to have reclaimed and start to be looking for long positions again. So I'm open to more upside. I would start to get very bullish again if we start to break through like 42, come into 44, and we start to hold within this range. At that point, I'd be kind of bullish. But yeah, I think this 42k region, if we can get that move up towards here, we do have a 4-hour AB. We've got this little region around 41,700. Yeah, so anything between like 41,700, 42,200 would be the next obvious area of resistance if we are going to get a little bit more continuation. And at that point, I think I would be looking for, let's see if it can backtest this. If that then fails, I think those lows still look pretty good to get taken at some point, just because it was very low volume down there. I think this has a bit longer to go within bearish-ish range before we can start looking at proper breakout from this. So that is that. Let's have a look at the chat again. Absorption again now. I don't know. We'll have a look. Yeah, actually, we'll have a look at the order flow. Keshab took the long at 39,700. Nice. Trap longs at the top. We'll have a look and run at, I think, 41,800. Looks too close not to tap. Yeah. So that is this. Yeah, that's this region. I think I would agree with that. So what else do we have around here? I got to reload some tabs. There we go. What is this saying? Yeah, we'll refresh. That's not right. Reload. Ooh. Yeah, so this was the pullback that we had earlier. So at the time, as we pulled back into this region, it was the value area high for the day. So obviously, as you get that move up, it would have shifted our value area high up with it. We did come back and we back tested that at the time. Now, obviously, prices continued from that point, and we now have a value area high all the way up here. So there's the potential as well that if we do hang out around here for much longer, then we would have that 80% set up in play for tomorrow. However, we're still a few hours away from that. So, yeah, we'll see what happens. Yeah, again, we do have poor lows. So, Randall made a good point earlier on whilst we were doing the trading room. Bitcoin has a habit of when you do get these poor lows and poor highs, it will just frustrate until the point where people forget about it, and then it will come down and take them out. It will sort out all of those poor lows. We had a great example of it, like literally Monday, where poor lows from last month that no one really remembered anymore. Like I wasn't even, they weren't even on my chart anymore. I'd removed them from my chart. I was like, oh, it's a month ago, it's not valid anymore, it's whatever. We came and we took them out on Monday. So we do need to be aware that at some point price is fairly likely to come back down towards these lows and to test it again. So I'm certainly not getting bullish yet. What else do we have? So yeah, we've also got this MPOC here at 42k. So again, we've got daily level, we've got MPOC, we've got 4-hour AB. So there is plenty of reason to not be too excited by this move up. Or maybe you can be a little bit excited by the move up, but not certainly don't get yourself caught up in any bad trades. Street FLVR Trader, can you explain the 80% setup? Yes, I can explain the 80% setup, but I am not going to explain the 80% setup during the stream. Instead, I will direct you I do have a video that explains it, basically. So I can explain it, I have explained it, and there is a video that is purely dedicated to that topic. So P, if you are around, would you be able to post that video into the chat for Street Flavor Trader. That'd be great. Thank you. Make P do some work instead of trolling in the chat. 74 viewers and only 41 likes. Let's get this up to 50 likes and I will continue. My eyes are tired today. I've been looking at a screen for too long. Keshav, just Google it. But this is the thing. We want to be helpful here. I've got like 400 videos, so yeah, there's 400 videos. It would be a bit mean to make people go through it. It is on the Learn to Trade series on the homepage. I think it is like literally one of the first videos you'll see as you go onto the Taurus crypto page. Anyway, so in fact, I can have a quick look. Yeah, it's there. Here you go. So if you do go onto the Taurus crypto page, it is just here, 80% setup. There it be. So go down to the Learn to Trade tab, and it is right there. We also have stuff on TPO charts in general. These are really old videos with the old logo. High time frame levels, cumulative divergence, CVD divergence, sorry. Stuff like that. Weird that this is on the Learn to Trade series because that's just a general stream. Oh, that was when I was looking at big absorption, like last year. Apecoin went nuts. Did it good. I'm long on Apecoin, so that's nice. I haven't checked back on any of the alts since the trading room again. I need to take a look. Did anyone else get the email again? Like we're going to be getting leverage tokens, and like a bunch of new altcoins on Bybit, like this week, which is going to be crazy. No one needs leveraged tokens. They just do risk management. Anyway, where am I? So yeah, we can have a look at some altcoins. So we'll have a little brief look at altcoins, and I will keep this video short today. I think I'm only going to do another 10 minutes or so. Yeah, we'll have a look at some alts. Which for that I need to go onto TradingView. I need to go over here. A little bit tired today. Don't know if anyone can tell. A little bit tired. Oh, I just pressed a button and now there's something on my screen. There we go. It's gone now. So Ethereum, again, nice move up, followed Bitcoin. We have started to get this move up on Luna. So this is what we were looking at for Luna, is for price to come down to this region. Obviously, again, anybody new to the streams, these were certain projections that we had made on price. I have not touched these lines in any way since they were drawn. So I'm just doing this as an example of how nicely, or relatively nicely, a lot of these tokens have been trading recently. So Luna in a short position from like $119. I think $119.50 is my entry. So I am short on Luna. It did come down and it did hit target. And ultimately we were looking for this yearly level. We were hoping that it would take the lows, get a relief rally, and then come down here in order to compound on the short position. But it never did that. It kind of followed nicely. Then, of course, Bitcoin just didn't bother didn't even bother getting a bit of a retrace back to the upside. It just continued to dump. So therefore everything else dumped, and we are now down into this region. So this is the area that I am looking at as support, and I am long. I have taken a long position on Luna, as well as the short that I do have from higher up. So I don't really have anything to update on this. I think if we are looking at some kind of rally, if Bitcoin can get some continuation, I think even if Bitcoin comes and takes the lows, which I still think is likely, I do think some of these altcoins can maybe do something like this. They can just retrace and we have some kind of ascending triangle going on as Bitcoin does an SFP of the lows and then gets its move up. In that instance, I'd be looking for a move back up to around about $100 on Luna before possibly a retrace again lower. So I'll keep this on my chart. Again, I'm not going to move that, but I might hide it for now. And it's always fun. It's fun to do these little projections on Luna because they have been playing out. So now that we have hit that and we don't have anything from this point, because obviously we're kind of at this bounce region now already. New fun projection for Luna. I think what is likely to happen is we do see a bit more continuation on this. I think Bitcoin will come down and take the lows at some point. So I would be looking at this stage to basically play this as a range. I then think Bitcoin and everything else will bounce. And I'd be looking back within kind of this region up here. So maybe it can do something like this. And then we can take it back down again towards these lows. That's ultimately like the ideal scenario, but this is way too early to be drawing anything too crazy on here. So that would be nice. Again, we'll see. We'll see how it follows. That's what I'd like to see on Luna. Who knows if it's going to happen? It's way too early to really be projecting that far ahead right now, and I don't have a strong idea like I did back then. This is just basically I've got a box down there, so this is a potential pathway for that to happen. So yeah, that's about all the analysis I've got on Luna. I think a move back up to $100 is likely at some point, and I am long from that region. We could also look at the 618 105 comes into a pretty decent region as well. And then what do you have is you would be creating this big old head and shoulders pattern, which could take us down a bit lower as well. So yeah, I think a bit more downside on Luna. I do think that this is a macro high, and we're going to see Luna go through its little bear market phase now. I know there's been a lot of hype on Luna recently, and therefore that is why I'm very happy to be in a short position and holding a short position on this, because I think its time is done. I think we're looking at retrace, and realistically we could see bear market kind of thing for Luna now. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Christopher Hall, do another 2 hours or I unlike the video. Yeah, I do need. I could probably do with a beer. I'm only having beer on Fridays these days. I have yeah, only drinking on Fridays. Oh, Dad, what are we all talk? Are we all going to move over to Femex now? Maybe that would be a good idea. We could move over to Femex, still get those rebates on limit orders. I don't know. Bybit's still king for me. Rune has taken the lows and is pumping. All right. We can have a look at some other stuff. Of course, DOT did hit the harmonic target. We're looking back towards the 5.0, which would be around $20, just above. Ape, again, Ape. I am long on Ape, and we're kind of getting there, right? We're looking up towards 14. So if you are in an ape long position, $14 is the target for that. That would be the red box. So yeah, 13.8 up towards 14.2. That is where I would look to close my trade, potentially take a short position on ape coin. So yeah, that's going quite nicely. We're happy with that. It was looking a little sketchy for a moment because I did enter this around about $11 and we were underwater slightly, and then realized that there is actually much better support below than what we had originally taken. So whereas we were looking at this, it kind of hung out here for a little bit longer than we would have liked, but we are getting that move eventually, and this is the thing, it's a swing trade. There is time to get into these trades, so happy with that. Ape is going well. I can actually tell you where my entry is on Ape because I am still holding this. I have an entry at $11.05. So it's not the best entry in the world. It is here just above the green zone. This was because it was scaling in. But yeah, $11.05 on the monkey coin. I'm also still long on VeChain. And Solana. I must have been filled on Solana. So we'll have a look at Solana. Greg, no need to replay. This is a pre-recording anyway. I mean, this is must be magic, right? Pre-recorded, and then I went back, and then we all went back in time because yeah, I can't. Wow, this is quite amazing. I am projecting for current price action, and I did this. So actually, I recorded this video at 10 a.m. this morning. Yeah. Anyway, hi from France. I see replay with translate. Is there? That's cool. Welcome, welcome. What about mana? Let's have a look at mana. We didn't quite reach that level. It's a shame it didn't hit the golden pocket region there. Just out of interest. Nah, it didn't. So we can lose this fib channel now. That played its course. I don't have too much to say on mana. It came down, took out these lows. Basically came into the origin of where we did start that impulsive move up. So we've been looking at this from a lot of things basically on these just what happens after you do get these parabolic moves, like basically this being the start of your impulse higher, and you have this like parabolic advance, correction, parabolic advance. You're like climbing up that wall, stop losses all the way up. People call these things like the wall of worry, because if price starts to correct, then you're likely to correct the whole thing. So yeah, we did have that move up, that impulsive move up on mana around the same time as everything else was getting their moves up as well. And we've traded this as quite a nice range recently, but it has come back down right into the point in which this all started. Basically, yeah, just playing this range. You got the value area low here. It had that little bit of a rejection off of it. It's now back inside value area low. I don't really have too much to say on this. You do have a 4-hour OB. It's very similar to Bitcoin. A lot of stuff doing similar things. So if it can move into that 4-hour OB around about the same time that Bitcoin moves into its 4-hour OB and that 42k region, if we are to get some continuation, that could be a pretty good opportunity, and then you could be looking back down towards the lows. I don't know. I'm not, although I think Bitcoin is fairly likely still to come and take those lows. I wouldn't be looking at that on altcoins. I'd be looking at maybe, again, similar to what we've seen here. It comes most of the way down, but never quite reaches it, and then you can be looking for taking trades off of a higher low on some of this stuff. It doesn't look very interesting to me, Mana. I don't have a lot on it on my chart. I'd have to do a bit more analysis on this. Weekly level. We've got a weekly level here that is significant. So let's just draw some of these on, because these will have had a reaction. Like, guarantee. I've never drawn this on my chart, but I bet you that had a reaction. You got a weekly level up there. That is not yet tapped. And of course you have... Oh, that one has been traded through. You also have this daily level at the lows. So there we go. There's your low. So there you hit your daily level, the lowest daily level that you would have wanted to be having as your support. You get your initial support off of the weekly. So there we go. It gets that initial reaction. You trade through it, confirms it as resistance, breaks through, briefly backtests it, starts to chop around again, and now you are getting that move up. So actually, yeah, this is quite nice. So high time frame levels working well on this one. So you do have a good range to trade with confluence down at the lows there. You've got confluence with your point of control of this range. So if this was to like really get a big move up, again, Bitcoin has to do the same thing. Bitcoin has to be moving with it. You've got your POC. That could move down slightly if we are to get caught a little bit lower. But you do have point of control and weekly level around $2.69 to $2.72. That's a long way away. So, yeah, we'll see how that gets along. I mean, you're going to have to get Bitcoin moving. Ultimately, well, on the other hand, you come into resistance here, you could roll over and everything could just dump again. So, yeah, I mean, it's a decent little range to be trading. It's not... Getting that daily level would have been really nice. Cool. The enemy of my enemy is my friend. Don't know what you mean by that. Anyway, chat's gone quiet. Is everyone fed up? I probably will wrap up now. Anything else that's moving? Oops, interesting. It's quite nice. There's so many things to trade at the moment. Oh wow! Look at that. The power of a POC, right? Check that out. That's awesome. Look at it. And really simple stuff, okay? Look, you've got a clear range. A really, really clear and obvious range here. That's when you come into the range. That's when you start to draw it from. You hit the point of control, like, to the cent on this. So sometimes all you need is these fixed ranges. They're so nice. And look where it is now. This is so good. I might start trading comp, because if it is as simple as pulling a fixed range on this, like, different altcoins have different personalities. And if this is getting this kind of respect, then this could be the world's easiest thing to trade. You could like literally wait for it to form a range and just, wow, that's really, really nice. Really nice. I'm gonna, like, this isn't a setup or anything, but I just think this is really cool. I'm gonna post this into the altcoin TA. I'm just gonna post that because I think it's really cool. So I posted that into altcoins TA for anyone that is in the crew. Oh, someone mentioned Rune. Yeah, this is nice. This is really, really nice as well. Oh man, that looks great. Because Rune's been massively hyped up recently, right? Massively hyped. Okay. Let's take this from the low. That's not really done much. That'll be why. Yeah. Brief analysis on Rune. I know I've not got a lot of data to work with here. There's more. Let's go back onto this chart. Let's take a look at this. It's been a long time since I've done any Rune TA. Clearly, because the last time would have been back in December. But you can move these around a little bit just to... you know what? Let's restart this. I'm going to do a little bit of Rune TA because I know a lot of people have been asking that recently. Does everyone want Rune TA? Or do we want something else? I'm going to remove drawings. Let's do a vote. Okay, I'm going to chart up one coin. I'm going to chart up one coin of people's choice. I am on Rune at the moment, so if you do want Rune, shout Rune. If you want anything else, shout for something else. And whatever has the most votes, I will chart that up, and then we will call it a night from that point. Andrew, no, don't buy comp. It's at resistance. I said comp has been very nice. If anything, sell comp, short comp. Don't. Non-financial advice, okay? But no, comp. Don't buy comp now. That'd be silly. Okay, a bunch of people are looking at Rune. Atom. Atom gets a vote. Wave, no. Wave's dead. Wave's going to zero. I am short. I don't need to tell you anything more. I'm short on waves, and yeah, it's going to zero. Same with Hex. Hex is going to zero. XRP. XRP is XRP. There's nothing really to trade. Well, I mean, not to trade, but I think Rune's going to win it. ADA. All right, what I'll do, because there's a few that I do, Caster. There's a few that I already have charts for. So let's go through the few of ones that people have mentioned. ADA, quick recap on that. This is the area that we were looking to take positions from. It had a nice breakout. Okay. Again, I could find you a trading room where me and Luxury are discussing this. Price came into resistance. Okay, it came into the weekly and the monthly level. I was looking for a retrace back down below $1. It is back down below $1. So very happy with that. And ADA is at support. So I am interested in ADA. I haven't taken a trade on this yet, but this is a point in which I am starting to get interested. You also have harmonic possibilities of all of these kind of things, where you could just be looking at some kind of Gartley type stuff, and then you get your reversal. But yeah, we will. So that's ADA. I did notice ADA was asked about. We do have Link as well. I'll look at XRP and then I will chart Rune. So XRP again. That's Luna. That's not Link. Sorry, everyone. I just did that really loudly into the microphone. That was disgusting of me. I've removed my chart on Link. However, it is at support on the BTC pair. So this is the area that I would be looking to accumulate the Link coin. The coin of Link. And why am I keep doing that today? I sound like an idiot. Yeah, this is a region of potential support on Link, and otherwise it is going to go down like horribly from this point. I think if we don't hold this region around 3,300 sats, this is the BTC pair, I think you're going to be going down at like another 60% or so against Bitcoin. So it's that support. USD pair is kind of there as well. Where are we in this log channel? That's the wrong button. That is the wrong button. How do I get rid of this? Go away. There we go. Like, we're basically losing a multi-year long log channel right now, which isn't ideal. It's not ideal. I don't know about Link. I'm not... I mean, you got this, haven't you? World's quickest TA. Inverse head and shoulders, man. Does the volume profile fit? Does. You got decreasing volume down there. I need a bit more context. Golden pocket again. Link's alright. Link's okay. Blue bits, I've done some analysis on Ape already. It was very brief. I am in a long position on Ape. I'm looking up towards about $14 right now. XRP. Just do the same thing. Blah. Everything's here, right? Don't like XRP. It's like wicks all over the place. No one really trades it anymore. It's like proper trash. Again, though, I kind of like where it's come into. So it's the same thing. Repeat this for like every single chart. Okay. There's been a bit of a meme going around. I'm going to start to do it as well. About the recent price action we've had. I can't remember the name of the guy, but there is a certain like sentiment schematic thing that has become very popular recently because of the way that Bitcoin's been following it. It's similar to Wyckoff theory, but basically you have this idea of, okay, you get a big trending move up on something like this. And at this point, this is like, it's that the sayings within crypto, you take the stairs up, you take the elevator down, or you're climbing that wall of worry. Worry. Can't say it properly. Wall of worry. Wall wall of worry. There we go. So it's just this continuous trend that people are just going long, going long, going long, going long, trailing stops the whole way up. So you have stops, 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 and then you take some of them out. Okay, so staircase up, elevator back down. And what does price so often do when, like, after you take that elevator down, you short the bounce? You've had that change of market structure. Get yourself short as anything on that bounce, and you are aiming to take it all the way back down to take out the entire wall of worry. And this is the wall of worry because people who are long position are very worried as they start to get a little bit overexposed up at the highs, and then it goes and kills them all. And then they think they're safe because maybe they, oh, cool, okay, maybe I just got wiped out of that, but I'm still bullish on XRP because it's gonna go to like $3 or whatever, so I'm still gonna take it along on XRP. So then they go long again, and then what happens is they go and it kills them all again for a second time. Dead longs. And it happens all the time. That's the one. Yeah, Justin Mamis sentiment. So I did, it's like literally just one schematic. It's kind of cool. I saw some people on Twitter mentioning it. I looked at the chart and it kind of looks really cool. I'll throw it up. This is the one. Justin Mammoth Sentiment Cycle. I have no idea who the guy is. Never heard of this guy before in my life. But no, I do not want to buy this article for $6.99. I do not need to do that. Oh, that's bright. Here we go. This here is the Justin Mamis sentiment cycle. So, what have we seen on Bitcoin recently? Okay, you've had, doesn't this here look a lot like it did at 69k? You have a really, really sharp drop. It created this triangle at the lows, very similar to what Bitcoin's done recently. You then trend out of it. You have the wall of worry. Okay, you create this wall of worry. Then this, the aversion, which is basically where we are right now. And yeah, then you get this this little bit of a pump back in to denial, and then it starts to get this returning confidence type thing going on. So it actually looks a lot like what's happened recently. So yeah, a nice. I have again no idea who this is. P is laughing at Mammoth, at me saying at Justin Mammoth. Is he some like, literally no idea. I just saw the chart. I was like, actually, this really does follow, because if you do go back onto the Bitcoin price, it's interesting, right? It's interesting how it is following, and it is just not following, but it's interesting how similar the price action has been. Yeah, so you can see the same kind of thing. But anyway, there you go. And this was it with Bitcoin. You had that wall of worry, and you did that. I mean, this is nothing new. It just reminded me of it. So this has been going on since, like, I've known this phrase since like forever. Staircase up, elevator down, climbing the wall of worry. Meme terms, nonsense. Okay. Yeah, the theory's logical. So yeah, hopefully it's interesting, right? It's interesting. So in that case, we're going all the way back up here, guys. So yeah. But anyway, um, it is, yeah, yeah. It's like a Wyckoff schematic. It's just something to base off of stuff. Fine. I do love whack off. Whack off theory after good loads of accumulation. Nice. Nice. Who else in the chat likes their whack off after a good load of accumulation? Yeah. Did I look at XRP? Oh yeah, I did. I literally just did. I was going to chart Rune, wasn't I? This is the last thing I'm going to do today. Let's hit these likes up a little bit more. Rune is pumping. So, Rune. I can't be bothered to do this anymore. I should have done this should have done this earlier. Rune's not really that interesting, is it? Oh. Um. Oh, fine. I said I'd chart it. I'm gonna chart it. I cannot be bothered to chart it. Da, 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 da. Carvery. We got a hater in the chat. Shout out to the haters in the chat. I don't know where you get any numbers from either. We certainly don't make that much. And we do have a whole team. I'd love to know who he is on the Discord. Carvery is a sad man. He's very sad. He's probably been liquidated many, many times. That was interesting, though. We'll get people going milk the cow soon, won't we? Milk the cow. That's all I'm doing here. I'm here just milking the cow. Milking everyone. Some people don't realize that, like, this is work, this is a job. Trading is a separate job. And we work bloody hard. Anyway, where was I? Bum, 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 bum. I've not got a lot. I've not got a lot on Rune, to be honest. I was going to just chart it up quickly, but I'm not really doing anything of interesting at all. It's really, really boring what I'm doing on this. It's interesting how, look, you've got anchored VWAP from the low. So this is where you found support here. It's not really at any fib levels. You've got that anchored VWAP from the low there. I'm going to keep that on my chart. That's been quite nice. You do have, again, from the impulse, but you're pulling that from different regions. Not ideal. Basically, you just took out, you took some liquidity at the lows, and that's kind of where we are. What am I doing? Trend line. There we go. So yeah, you took out these lows. This was the last time you really had any kind of like decent correction. Got a pretty good markup coming into this region. It's nice that you've got this anchored VWAP down here. It's nice that you've got this golden pocket region there. It's not a huge amount of confluence. It's not something um, that I'm massively interested in. You've got to understand this is a downtrend. So yeah, it's quite a clear downtrend. What else do we have on here? If we were to go for that initial like spike there, that has some confluence, so we can keep that speed fan going. Again, we don't know if this is a local low, so I like to do things where you've got a really clear pivot in the market and you've had a reaction off of it previously. So that could be a decent little area. Again, if we were to get like a move up, yeah, you've reclaimed the weekly level. Let's see if it comes into here, takes out these highs. You could then potentially be looking lower again. So yeah, there's not that much more um, that I should do. Mountain climber. No one can make up their mind up or down right now. I mean, yeah, it's. I think we probably have a little bit more. No, I don't think we have a bit more continuation to the upside. That was a little bit of quick analysis on Rune. Sorry, that really wasn't very interesting at all. Other stuff you've got here. Let me just finish it off. You've got 4-hour AB, so you've actually come into this 4-hour AB on Rune already, which is kind of where we were looking at on Bitcoin. So you're at resistance, right? It looks as of yet still macro downtrend. Okay, it's at resistance. It has had a pretty decent pump. Um, I'd be kind of tempted to short here. If I'm honest, I would be quite tempted to take a short, but I'm not going to because you have had a decent spring off of this. It's come up to the highs of the range. Let's see if it can break through that. I think you'll probably have a bit more time spent up here, but yeah, I'd be kind of tempted to take a short position. If it gets a little bit higher, you do have some little highs up here that it could come to. Yeah, that'll do on that. Prop firms, yeah or nah? I don't know. Man, I honestly, I would, I do, I honestly have the same opinion. Like, I don't think it's something that is necessary, and that's why I don't market it. But the thing is, we provide information and education, and if that's of value to people, then I mean, that's yeah, it's everyone's own choice. I would agree with you. I personally, it's not something that I've done, and I know there's a lot of like, yeah, but we put in a lot of hard work, and we try to be as helpful as we possibly can. Because at the end of the day, I've somehow turned from being a trader, which is what I've always been for like years. I've been a trader and somehow turned into a content creator, and this has become a business through people asking for it to become a business. So yeah, I'm always open about that. Like I would agree that if it's not for you, then it's not for you. But I really do hope that people who are in the crew and who are in the community find value in it, and it does help them. Because that's like the main thing. That's why we do all of this. And on that note, we will wrap it up. Thank you very much, everybody, for joining. I would like to say to anyone who is here for the first time again, then please do go check out tauruscrypto.com. We do have our free Discord community there where you can, ask general questions. This is just the public area of the Discord, so you are free to join the public area. We do have a trading help section and stuff like that, and we do also have the Taurus crew, which is an additional service. And if you feel that that would provide value, then please do come and join us. We do live trading rooms like we talked about earlier on, basically every day. So we traded the New York Open today very, very profitably. We have a ton of educational content as well. I would never say that, yeah. So do go check that out. Do go check out tauruscrypto.com if you would like to. There it is, flashing at the low of the screen. And on that note, I will see everybody probably tomorrow. I will be doing another live stream tomorrow. I think this is something that we do have planned. It will not be on this YouTube. It will be on someone else's YouTube, and I will be doing an announcement for that tomorrow as well. So, just look at the chat again. Yeah, thank you everybody for watching. I will catch you all soon.